What's going on, guys? So before I get into this video or play this phone call recording, I just wanted to actually give my side of the story, because in this recording Eric is so all over the place with his story that I never really got to get mine out. So anyway, 5 months ago, and this won't take long, the phone call's 15 minutes, but I can explain my story in 3 minutes, but he just can't comprehend a simple story. But anyway, so I guess 5 months ago, I honestly don't even remember. It was whenever LTN was. There was some people, don't know the people, don't remember the names, don't know who they were. They were talking shit about Gabe. Gabe's my friend, so I took up for him. Okay, in the comments, they were firing back at me, roasting me back, going back and forth, keyboard warrior. Just, that's all the comments were. Anyway, so the people looked at my account, I assume, and my most recent photo back then was me standing beside of my friend Braden, who has cerebral palsy and he's in a wheelchair. So they started firing back at me because they thought it was me in a wheelchair, as if that hinders me or something or is a bad thing. And they started firing back with handicap jokes and all kinds of stuff. So I tagged Eric Team Billet because I clicked on one of these people's accounts and it said Team Billet in their bio. Now, Eric blames this Adrian person. I honestly don't remember the guy's name, but I don't think it was somebody named Adrian. I don't know an Adrian, and that doesn't ring any bells. But we're talking about comments only. This guy doesn't understand that I'm not talking about him going off on Gabe. I'm not going to start a bunch of shit on two people arguing. That's none of my business. So anyway, I got on there, commented that, take up for Gabe. I don't really care what they were arguing about. I was just, on there just taking up for Gabe because he's my friend. So they start firing back in the comments thinking that I'm handicapped and making handicap jokes. So I tag Eric and I'm like, come get these clowns, because it's not right to make fun of people that are handicapped. Pretty sure that's common sense. Karma will get them someday. It doesn't really matter. It may, it may not. But that'll all come back, and that gives Team Billet itself a bad reputation to keep people in their club that make fun of handicapped people. And I've always highly, highly respected the name Team Billet, and all of the builds that are in there are top notch. All of the people in person that have been in Team Billet, highly, highly respectable people. I've met multiple members that are in Team Billet. Every single one of them have been really, really cool. Eric, I've actually not met myself, but he is an absolute one-sided, control freak, doesn't want to let the truth out about this for some reason. But anyway, I was trying to get in Team Billet, and I was in one of the group chats. It may be kind of hard to understand for the people that aren't truck people, but you have to stay in this group chat for so long, until you get accepted, so they know that you're serious and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, at the time that I commented back to these people, talking shit back to them because they were making fun of a handicapped person because they thought I was handicapped, I tag Eric in there and I'm like, come get these clowns, because I was like, I don't know anybody else in Team Billet really. Eric is a president or, something major in Team Billet apparently. So I figured, hey, maybe he could do something, because I didn't really appreciate people making fun of somebody that's handicapped. So I tag Eric in there, and Eric literally kicked me out of the group chat. So I messaged him and I went off on him. I'm not going to lie. I'm on here taking up for people that are handicapped or disabled, whatever you want to call it. Somebody that's in a wheelchair, my friend that's in a wheelchair. I don't care if you're in Team Billet, if you're the president, I don't care who you are. You don't make fun of people that are in a wheelchair because they're in a wheelchair. That's nothing that they can help or change. And they have it, hard enough as it is with not being able to do certain things. And most of them can do everything that a normal person can. So it's not something to make fun of or pick at. And I'm sure literally 100% of you all will agree, or 99.9, because apparently you have that 0.1% Eric apparently, and whoever was talking shit that day. But anyway, to wrap things up, literally I explained my side of the story. I can't show the screenshots of that because Eric has me blocked, so I can't pull up the messages and show you guys where I clearly explained to Eric, hey dude, why did you kick me out? This is what happened. Because Eric claimed that he kicked me out because he didn't know what had happened. And he says still to this day, 5 months later, 6 months later, whenever that was, that he still didn't know my side of the story, but yet he says in this phone call that he did know the full story and that he told people that are higher up in Team Billet the full story. But how do you tell people higher up the full story if you've never heard it from me, even though you have heard it from me, but you just didn't tell him the full story. And now he's trying to play it off like I never told him the full story. So he listens for a little bit and then kind of just changes his mind. First he says that I've been talking shit for 5 months straight, and then he says that it surprised him when I talked shit last night because he hadn't heard from me in like 5 months since the last time. So, like I said, his story goes everywhere. That's just kind of what happens whenever you lie and try to cover up stupid stuff like that shouldn't even be covered up. All over a truck club and people making fun of somebody in a wheelchair. So, I mean, Eric is an absolute embarrassment to Team Billet. I hope that the higher-up people watch this video and understand that and understand why. And my friend Colt, not to name drop anybody or cause drama, but my friend Colt was there, seeing all the comments, all of that stuff. My friend Scott was there, seeing all the comments. There's a lot of people that have seen all the comments and would agree and be on my side. But it's kind of hard to be on my side whenever Eric is telling people only his side of things and acting like he doesn't know why I was talking shit to other members. I don't care if they're members or not. I was going to talk shit to them either way whenever they start making fun of somebody in a wheelchair. That's the point here. So anyway, even with him knowing that now, I'm still blocked. He's still the president somehow. And he claims that I'll never be in Team Billet. So it is what it is. I don't want to be in Team Billet if they support people that make fun of people in wheelchairs anyway. But I figured I'd make this video because there's a lot of drama on his story and a lot of drama on my story. So just to finally tell you guys both sides of things, here we go. I'm just going to roll this phone call. This just now happened like a couple hours ago. And yeah, enjoy. All right, guys. So Colt Pennington is a Team Billet member, a very good friend of mine, and he's supposed to be adding Eric, the guy that hates me for taking up for a disabled person. He's supposed to be adding him to the call. So I'm waiting to hear something.
Yeah. We should put him in like a cold bath or something.
Do what?
Yeah. Sorry, I have a 61-year-old at the house right now that's here.
Okay, Eric. So you say that I've not explained my side of the story. So what did you miss? What exactly do you think happened? Why did you kick me out of the group chat?
All I know that happened is I was deployed. I woke up in a barracks room, like literally on a deployment, saw that I was tagged in those two things that you wrote. It was on quote Gabe's page or something. I don't follow Gabe or anything, so I don't know. I woke up and saw like you saying, "Hey, Team Billet, come get your clowns," tagging Adrian.
Correct.
And saying, "Hey, who's this dude's like leader or whatever?" I know Adrian.
Right. Okay, so I assume that I assume that you read through all of the comments. You know, the post where I was tagging you in. Did you read through all the comments?
No, I didn't have time. So when I went to go watch the video, because you were like, "Hey, watch this video," I went to go watch the video, and it literally deleted like as I was watching it. So I got maybe like 5 seconds in the video. All I saw in that video was Adrian like outside of a truck. I saw Masters there,
right?
Because I know Masters. Like him and I were actually DMing about it afterwards. And then I saw like Gabe or whoever was in Gabe's truck or something, like videotaping it. That's literally all I know about the situation. So
okay.
That aside, like that's y'all.
So
like,
did you not read?
Just hear me out real quick. I wasn't there at it. I don't know the situation with it. Adrian, should he have shit talked Gabe or a kid in a wheelchair or whatever he did? Hell no, absolutely not. I don't condone it. It's like if there was another Team Billet member there, they should have stopped him immediately and removed him from the situation and apologized to whoever it was. But as a chapter president, I have no control over somebody else in an area that I wasn't physically at or didn't witness myself. The only thing that I can do is take the information that's given to me and I pass it up through founders, which is what I did. I took exactly what you said about Adrian and all of that stuff that was going on, plus Adrian's side of the story, and I passed it all to Del Carlos, who is the founder. So he has your side of the story, he has Adrian's side of the story.
Okay, so now let me ask you this. You just stuck your foot in your mouth. So how did you pass my side of the story if you said that you don't know anything about what was said, you didn't read any of the comments, and
you just said it was Adrian starting shit at a show, and that's where I passed up. I didn't say anything about a wheelchair.
Okay, well that's not my side of the story, nor what happened. I don't care if he hates on Gabe. I don't care if he hates on anyone, but you don't talk shit about somebody that's disabled in a wheelchair, and that's where we had a disagreement. Where yes, I was on there.
When was the wheelchair incident?
Oh my God!
Like what? Explain that.
I'm trying to right now, and I already have, but I'm blocked on your Instagram account for whatever reason. But it's in our messages, which I assume is why you blocked me. I've already explained this to you once, but I'll gladly do it again. So it originally started out, and I'm going to take you back. So on my Instagram feed, I had recently built a set of headlights for a kid that's in a wheelchair. He's a fellow customer of mine, a friend of mine. He has cerebral palsy, and I built him a set of color matched headlights. Okay. So on my Instagram page, for somebody that doesn't follow me, that doesn't know who I am, that doesn't know anything about me, they click on my Instagram page that day where all the stuff went down with Gabe. They see my most recent photo is of me standing with somebody in a wheelchair. Okay, so they assume instantly that I'm the one in the wheelchair for whatever reason. So I'm on there taking up for Gabe and commenting back shit, referring to Gabe, supporting Gabe, talking about Gabe. Okay, that's not my issue. I don't care what truck club you're in. I don't care about any truck clubs. That doesn't put you above anyone or make you more important than anybody or justify talking shit or anything, okay? If Gabe had started shit with these people and then they talk shit back to him, that's one thing. But this is, like I said, I don't care about the whole Gabe thing. I got on there because it's a free country and it's Instagram. I'll take up for Gabe if I want to. You know what I mean? Okay, so I get on there and I'm taking up for Gabe. So then they, I guess, want to respond to me and they start talking shit about me. And they start talking shit about me by saying, I mean, again, like you've said, this has been 5 months ago. I don't remember exactly what they said. I used to have screenshots. I don't anymore. I had screenshots in our Instagram chat, but I'm blocked on there, so I can't retrieve those. But I sent screenshots to you, and I had screenshots. I've sent the screenshots to the kid in the wheelchair as well. They were on there talking shit about me because they thought that I was the one in the wheelchair. So they were talking shit to me, like thinking that I was in a wheelchair. So that's when I tagged you because I don't know anybody in Team Billet back then.
This wasn't at the show with a wheelchair kid. Gabe was getting at it on his Instagram.
This was all on Instagram. This was not in person. This was all.
Yeah, they had their incident in person or whatever.
Okay.
And Gabe had posted whatever that.
Correct.
Was.
But the.
Defended them, and then they started clapping back at you online.
Correct. This was all online. They were virtually harassing me because they thought that I was in a wheelchair. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to tell you. So anyway,
and that's when you tagged me and said like Team Billet.
Yes, I said come get your clowns because no matter what truck club they're in, if you make fun of disabled people, you're a clown in my eyes and you're a piece of shit and you deserve to die. So anyway, besides that point, okay, I'm glad that you agree with me on this point because like I said, if you had ever let me tell my side of the story instead of just blocking me and talking shit and just, not passing anything justifiable or true up the Team Billet ladder, then you would understand this, but you just jumped to conclusions and blocked me and kicked me. So, I mean, that's your fault. That's not mine. That's your wrong, not mine. So anyway, the guy literally was...
why I removed you, right?
No, I don't understand why you removed me, and you don't know either.
I'll just explain to you whether you agree with it or not. Like, that's fine. We can talk about it. I woke up from that, wherever I was or whatever, and just saw Team Billet.
Correct. You read one comment. You read one comment and kicked somebody out of a group chat, and
so that's why I removed you from the chat. And just said, hey.
Correct. You read one comment you said and removed somebody out of the group chat and removed their, what you think is their possibility of getting into Team Billet, which has nothing to do with you. You removed me out of a group chat over one comment. Instead of being responsible, you're a chapter president and this president of this thing, so serious, 18 years in the army or police enforcement, whatever you're in, whatever you do, a grown-ass man reads one comment and kicks somebody out of a truck club that has a very good reputation that should, just even being into the prospect group chat or whatever you call it, that should be a pretty serious deal. And as I had already said multiple times how serious I took Team Billet, why would I just randomly start talking shit about a member? And why would you just randomly read one comment on a post that has like 20 and kick me out? And then see, here's the thing though. I explained all of this to you already. I called you stupid. I told you that you're fucking retarded. All of this stuff on direct messages, okay? Because I would explain what was happening and what all was being said with screenshots, and you were playing dumb because you didn't want to stand up to someone else in Team Billet because you're a pussy, okay? So then...
I was playing dumb because I never read all the comments. I never saw the video. You didn't send me the video, and I was trying to get the full story out of you of what happened, and I never got
And I told you the full story multiple times. Okay, I don't know if the messages.
I'm gonna tell you how leadership in Team Billet also works. So yes, you're in Kentucky. Your closest chapters are North Carolina or South Carolina. The higher ups you've been speaking to, Sal, the South Carolina chapter, and all that stuff, he is a chapter president. Just as I am a chapter president. Can he pull members in from Kentucky into his chapter? Sure, he could. Can I pull Kentucky members into my chapter? Sure, I could. But the actual
You could and you have. That's why Colt is in your chapter.
Is Del Carlos, who has the screenshots of everything that you had sent to me and the threats and all of that stuff. And the reply that I got from him last night, and I have screenshots of it, is Justin will never get into Team Billet acting like this. And if any member has a problem,
okay. Now I would like for you to send me those screenshots, Eric. I would like for you to send me those screenshots of that.
That's fine. You're welcome to talk to Del Carlos yourself. He's
Yeah.
in our Team Billet making chat.
Okay. Well, add him to the call then.
Colt has seen the screenshots. I sent them to Colt.
That's fine.
Hey, here's what's going on right now.
Yeah, just add him to the call though, so it's not one-sided like you're wanting it to be.
We can open it up.
Yeah, add him.
Grayson, stop. I know you can't eat anymore. Finish your dinner. But that's how it works. So the way, like, if you want to join South Carolina.
Okay, are you going to add him to the call, or are you just going to ignore that question?
I'm not adding Del Carlos to it.
Correct. See, you're not going to add him to the call because you don't want him to hear my side of the story because you.
Del Carlos has the final decision on that, and until
right.
you and I have squashed all of what we have going on, I'm not gonna
squashed all of what we have going on. So I took up for a disabled kid, and that's what we have going on. But yet we have to squash it.
That, and I fully support that. I fully support that you did that. That's the right call to make. And Adrian, if he said something about a disabled person, then yes, he was 100% wrong. What I don't agree with is how you verbally attacked me constantly for months, and I didn't.
For months?
I didn't retaliate back with you.
I got blocked the first night I ever talked shit about you. How did I verbally retaliate against you for months? Are you fucking stupid?
It's been ongoing since September when I removed you.
Ongoing? I haven't.
Physical threats against me.
Bro, you tagged me in a story. You tagged me in a story last night about over Denver. You brought me into this last night. I didn't bring you up first.
No. Denver posted his story, and then somebody sent me a screenshot of your story saying, "Hey, why is this Justin kid talking shit about you?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" So I went on your story and looked, and I was like,
yeah, after you posted that saying, and now he's crying to his little college boy, Justin Hawksmith. But you couldn't tag me because you have me blocked because you're a little pussy.
No, I tagged that saying, "Hey, he's crying to Justin Hawksmith," after I had seen your story about me.
No.
Yes.
Your time lapse. Your time is off.
Because I went and looked at your story and I was like, why is Justin talking shit?
Okay, so now you say that I've been talking shit since September, correct? Between the first night.
I took a screenshot of your story and that's what I posted.
Okay, Eric, honey, Eric, listen. Between September and now, other than when all of this originally went down, and just last night, when have I talked shit about you or posted you on my story?
That's why I was like, why the hell is he putting me in a story?
What do you mean?
Last night when you started putting me in stories or whatever, and I was like, what the hell is this going on? So then I reposted that.
Right. So let me ask you this. You just now said that this has been ongoing for 5 months, but yet last night it surprised you.
You've had an ongoing grudge with me for 5 months. Like, dude, I had already forgotten who you were and what our was. It's all.
I've had an ongoing grudge against you for 5 months, but yet I've put you on my story twice.
I don't have a personal grudge against you or hard feelings against you. Like, I had forgotten about that shit the day after it happened.
Listen, I understand, dude. You're so popular and you're in Team Billet and you're just so famous and you were in law enforcement for 18 years and I'm just a college kid. I don't know much, Eric. You're so much more grown than me and you run that chapter, bro, so good.
This is not the way to act civil in a conversation. Like, this isn't going to
the way to act civil in a conversation is to not be so one-sided and to not act like I've not already explained all of this to you. Bro, all of this shit was just now recorded and you have flip-flopped your stories like 10 times.
I agree with you. Protect the guy in the wheelchair. I 100% agree with you. I also agree with you that Adrian was wrong. Was that messed up? Yes. Should he be punished with it?
I don't even know who Adrian is. I'm not even going to say that it was Adrian that was doing this. I don't know Adrian.
Neither do I. Like,
okay, all I know is that the page that was talking shit about somebody in a wheelchair, that was talking shit to me, thinking that I was in a wheelchair, had Team Billet in their bio. That's all that I know. I don't know who it was.
I spoke to Adrian.
Okay, so it was Adrian? Yes or no?
Yes, it was Adrian. I spoke to him on the phone literally the next day about it, and I said, dude, what the hell is going on? Why am I getting tagged? And then he told me his side of the story, and it didn't even include a wheelchair thing. It was literally all about gaming. Like, he didn't even...
Okay, so it wasn't Adrian talking about the wheelchair. Have you not confirmed that? I mean, seriously?
I didn't talk to him about a wheelchair. He didn't even mention anything about it.
Exactly, but yeah, I've mentioned to you multiple times. Dude, I wish that you would unblock me so I could go to our message to see if they would still be there. I don't know if they would be, but if they would still be there, I would love to have those messages right now. Oh, I would love that.
I thought you were talking about a wheelchair kid at a show, and I was like, dude, what are you talking about? Who at the show? Who at the wheelchair? I was like, I didn't know that they went onto an Instagram and found a picture of you with a kid in a wheelchair. Like, that's all news.
On, you know, like when somebody tags you, in beef and says, come get your boy, that usually means read the comments.
Just listen to me while I'm trying to explain something to you.
Dude, this is just bullshit coming out of your mouth. You sound so fucking stupid. You change your stories every time.
Stop acting childish for a minute.
This grown-ass man is mad that I was defending a disabled kid, but I'm the one acting childish.
I don't have a personal problem with you. What I do have a problem with, though, is you making personal threats to me, saying you'll see me at shows.
Well, you can keep that fucking problem, because that's a promise. That ain't a threat, bro.
Do it.
Do it. Okay, do it. Oh, God, do it.
If that's what you want to do, and I'm literally going to pass all the details of this phone call up to Del Carlos. Colt's on the phone and heard all of it.
That's fine.
I haven't threatened you. I haven't said anything to you. I'm trying to make amends with you. Talk about the entire situation.
Making amends? Okay, so how is making amends?
Making threats to someone is not ever going to get you.
Oh my God.
Sal does not have that authority. Colt can literally hear it. He's hearing everything that you're saying to me. Stop with the threats. Stop with the childish drama. Just put it behind
The childish drama?
I have no problems with you.
Have you seen your story lately and you're saying I'm the one with the childish drama?
I only reposted what you posted.
Bro, you are a grown-ass man. You are a grown-ass man on here. Do you not realize how stupid you look, Eric? You are an embarrassment to Team Billet. I bet they are fucking... Listen, I'm sure that they've only heard your side of the story, so you've not mentioned anything that I've said. So I'm sure they might be on your side right now. Is he still on here or did he hang up? I guess he hung up. Oh, God.